What's up, everybody? Welcome to AEW Dynamite Watchalong here on Pario Magazine. Looking like a crazy show, the final stop before Forbidden Door. How's everybody feeling ahead of the pay-per-view, ahead of tonight's show, or today's show, whatever time zone you happen to be in? Looking like a crazy card. I'm expecting this one to go quite a bit over time, because I cannot see how it does not go well over time with this card. It just seems totally impossible to me. Because what do we have? Let me just double check what we've got on offer today. The Young Bucks versus TMDK. Very keen for that. Aussie representing Mikey, Nicholls. We have two TBS Championship Survival of the Fittest qualifiers with Harley Cameron taking on Marina Shafir. Red Velvet versus Queen Aminata, which is, knowing those two, going to be an absolute slugfest. Then we have Jungle Jack Perry versus ZACK SABRE Jr., which will be an awesome match. Will Ospreay versus ELP, a nice return to some of their past history. Swerve Strickland versus Daniel Garcia, that'll be nice. Ricochet and Takeshita battle it out for the International Championship. And then we have we'll hear from both members of the Don Callis family and Briscoe teams. And then we have a six-man, or like a trios match to top the show. The Death Riders versus Mistico and Brodido, which will also be super fun. Let's get everything set up and good to go. There we go. We're all set for the show. Just waiting for it to kick off. And then I'm hoping, beyond all hope, that we don't go mega long, because I have places to be, things to do, people to see. We've got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 matches and a big talking segment. Hey, look, Billy Death Rider's here. Ospreay's gonna murder Daniel Garcia at some point. Good morning, Scott. How are you? Nope, Ospreay's doing the weird circle up thing. Did he mean to fall over then? It wigged me out. I just looked over and he's on the ground. Like, what? Yeah, it's a lot of matches. Hence why I think this is going closer to 3 hours than it is 2. Plus, it's also we're going to pay-per-view this weekend. What are we doing? Chill out. Yep. Always morning for me. I think the only time AEW is not in the morning for me is when they're here. And that's pretty much it. Because even when they're in the UK, it's still morning for me. It's just even earlier morning. Okay, we're doing this match first. Okay, we're doing it backwards. Top to bottom from the poster. Ending with Bucks and TMDK. I'm sure that's how it's going to work. Okay, yeah. Yeah, normal time for Scott. Bandido rocking the World Cup jersey from Mexico. Makes a lot of sense. Big World Cup game for Australia tomorrow against Paraguay. Basically, win and we're in to the next round. At least TK added some Forbidden Door elements to the show this weekend with Sky Team and LIJ. But they're all kind of in like 1 or 2 matches. Yeah, bloody Americans. You guys always figure it out. That referee last week really annoyed me. I need to do some posting. Share all these things. Posting, posting, posting in all of the places. There we go. We have posted in all of the places. Everything is all set. Yeah, the card got significantly better after Collision, and a lot of the feedback I assume that they saw after Dynamite last week. Yeah, I would imagine they rest anybody that's on a yellow card, because if they get another one, they'll be suspended for the following round. So they'll try and avoid them being used as much as they can. Very keen for that Ospreay ELP match. Could be really, really good. I feel like Claudio could be used a lot more. Like, how is Claudio not challenging people like Takeshita? Like, a Takeshita-Claudio match could be insane. Came in really hot, and then has kind of just got put into the Death Riders, and now he's just occasional six-man guy. Wonder what the story is there. Tempian the US game, or is that the Australia game? US, I assume. So I'm pretty sure our game is like... The Australia game is, I think... Oh no, that is 10 PM, because it's at midday for me tomorrow, so I'll watch that after I go and check out Supergirl. Brody with a big dive is very scary. Yeah, if I was a Bandido, I probably wouldn't be antagonizing Marina Shafir. Oh, interesting. I still want to watch that Chris Van Vliet interview with Heyman. The aerial one I could do just clips will be fun. Yeah, is the US game on at the same time as the Australia game? That makes sense. I think all of the final games are played at the same time. So that you don't end up with, oh, we don't need to win, who cares? I think they're both on at the same time. Let me check. Yeah. World Cup tomorrow. Yeah, Paraguay, Australia, and Turkey, US are at the same time. 12 PM for me. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 games on tomorrow. Like today, there was 6 as well. Because, yeah, you don't want, like, if we beat Paraguay, and, like, yeah, the US is already qualified, so they're sweet, but, like, for groups that it's in contention with every team, you don't want a game to happen and the result be like, oh, well, we are screwed either way, or we've already qualified, we don't need to win, so it doesn't matter, and it affect the quality of the game. So they have them all at the same time. to try to encourage everyone to go for the win regardless. Bandido getting beat the hell up. They can't have Bandido lose, can they? Or his team lose. He's challenging for the title on the weekend. Well, Turkey's basically screwed. So... good. They came in all cocky and arrogant, and then we shut that shit down, so... eat it, Turkey. The US, I think winning would be ideal for us, because it's like... we're basically guaranteed to go through if we win then. Or even if we lose, I think we go through. Yeah, Utah's probably losing. Would make the most sense. Yeah, I could see Mistico pinning Utah. He is so lucha. Mistico is as lucha as a lucha gets. I still am yet to watch Dominion, unfortunately. It's a deadline week for the print edition of the magazine, so it's like I've written and designed 4 of 6 layouts this week, so I'm crazy busy. Heading to Sydney tonight. Got to check out Supergirl tomorrow. So maybe on the weekend. Who knows? So I've still got 2 more layouts to design, a video to edit, and a podcast to do and edit before Monday. Okay, Brody took the pin. Okay. That was unexpected. But yeah, I gotta whip out the suit for this evening and then head up to Sydney for an event. Should be really fun. Oh, this ticks off one segment of the 11 or 12. Yeah, where is Mark Briscoe? Oh, no, we're getting another Mark Briscoe talk segment. Okay. What the hell was that? Marina just been sitting there the whole time? Since the last match? Nope. Harley camera time. Oh, she's super gold. Cool. Good crossover, good crossover. Oh! Right in the boobs. Jesus. Wait. I wonder how much time they're going to give that survival of the fittest next week. 6-person elimination match? You can have 10 minutes. Especially women. Like, Jesus, they're not going to give long. They should get 30 or 40, but we'll see. So far, it's quite a stacked match. It was an awkward looking dive. Oh yeah, Marina's in boots. Weird. She stopped doing the barefoot thing. I wonder if she'll go back to it or if she's just gonna keep it with boots now. Nope, nope. There she goes. Boots are off. Ew. Ew. Sweaty grippers across the face. Nope. Not for me. Nope. Not gonna yuck your yums, but nope. Not for me. The Supergirl gear for Harley Cameron is pretty cool. Wonder how long she keeps it for. Nope. Kicked her right in the butt. Yeah, I know it's some people's thing, but no thank you. Eric, how you doing? Thanks for tuning in. Just realized I forgot to set up the dual streaming option this week, so that's annoying. Somebody remind me to do that next week. Ew. Ew, Tony. Oh, how is Canada doing? Not great? Who are they playing? That's not terrible. It could be a worse score. Could be Scotland. Didn't someone score 5 the other day? Yeah, Portugal against Uzbekistan. Could be Uzbekistan. That was a touch-up. 2-1's not so bad. Jeez, 7-1. That's a beating. Mm. I know we all sort of play games here. Who's excited for the GTA 6 news? And are you gonna get the physical edition? Because I will just most certainly be just getting it from PlayStation Direct. The way it's looking. PlayStation Store will be just fine. Wow. Harley Cameron just out-techniqued Marina Shafir. I would not have picked that. Not in a million years. I don't think she's ever cut like a straight up Marina Shafir promo. I think it's always been like part of a Death Riders thing. I suspect you'll be waiting a very long time, Eric. I don't think they will, Rockstar, I don't think will ever do that. Like GTA 5, they still rank on sales lists today, so they're just going to keep selling that thing. Talk about upsets last week. My world. Whoa. Also, very funny when you look back at the original Owen Hart Foundation Women's Tournament bracket. The two finalists weren't even listed. Oh, there is a collision this week. Cute. Is it just an hour collision? Yeah, I think they just need to, like, commit to a Marina-like story. Yeah, I get that, Eric, but I think they're also just, like, really trying to push Maya as a hugely sympathetic babyface. So she, like, lost her brother. Like, it kind of just fell into their lap that they now have this mega sympathetic babyface. Hart, how are you doing? Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, pay-per-view Sunday, but then, like, a lot of the time for pay-per-view weeks, they don't always do a collision. Well, I just made my weekend busy. Try and get collision done before the pay-per-view on Monday. And then Monday, I'm hoping the show doesn't go super long because I'm going to have to leave before it finishes otherwise. I'm doing pretty well, Hart. It's just, as I was saying earlier, it is a crazy busy week. Print deadlines and events and films to see, but we'll get there. Yeah, funny how when you just like do things the right way, that things come your way. I have not seen Supergirl yet. I am going to see it tomorrow. This time tomorrow, I will be sitting in a cinema watching Supergirl. 24 hours from now. Well, actually, Scott, they're being interrupted next month twice. So they've got one of the shows is two of the shows are being preempted to Thursday. One of them because of the debut of TNT Boxing, and then the other one they're avoiding SummerSlam. And it's also a live Collision from Detroit on Thursday. No, Eric. That would be a nightmare for me and anyone in the cinema if Toby saw Crypto. Especially a giant cinema screen-sized Crypto. He barks at the TV when there's any form of dog on it, as is. ELP with the Hart family-esque tights, pants. Oh, oh, way. Mr. Flippy-Doo over here. Toby is a Jack Russell. So he wants to fight anything and everything, despite being tiny. And old and grumpy. Oh, Phantasmo. Like, why does his pants say Phantasmo? Holy assignments. Yeah, Toby's a grumpy little turd sometimes. Yeah, Ospreay's not losing this, Tony. The only way Ospreay loses this is if Swerve takes him out somehow. Ospreay's not losing clean, that's for sure. I think Ospreay wins and then Swerve attacks is more likely. Yes. That week in Detroit, a lot of people become available. So I'd expect... Like, if they get the Motor City Machine Guns and they don't debut them in Detroit, what are we even doing? Like, it just, everything fell into place perfectly for that, so gotta do it. And it's right after Redemption, so like... the tag champs or the Young Bucks should be sort of free and clear for storyline purposes, so bring them in. Have fun, Eric. You think Swerve and Moxley are on a collision course, Scott? What do you suggest that Swerve would go after that title? I like the idea. It just feels like Swerve getting wrapped up with Death Rider stuff doesn't overly excite me. Okay, yeah, it looks like it could be a 2-hour collision. Huh, that's a lot. That's fair, Scott. That does make sense. Just not overly thrilling for me. That is, yeah, you do make good points. Why are the Divine Dominion on the buy-in again? Jesus Christ, that was an elbow strike. So if Forbidden Door is, say, 4 hours, I'll be okay. I'll be able to immediately finish out the pay-per-view, get ready, and leave to head to Sydney again on Monday. Just so over the women's tags being treated like a secondary throwaway thing. Like, oh yeah, just chuck them on the buy-in, that'll do. Just feels like they're killing time until All In when they're going to eventually do Brawling Birds and Divine Dominion. I hope. But then, like, the Divine Dominion are finally going to get a pay-per-view match and then probably lose it. But they'll finally get a main card pay-per-view defense and then lose. ELP gets those, like, bug eyes every now and then. Like, remember the guy in the Guinness Book of Records that, like, bugged his eyes out, popped his eyeballs out? Like, ELP has a bit of that. Stars clash again. Ospreay's been loving that move. And done. Yep. As expected, Ospreay wins. Death taxes, Ospreay wins. Oh yeah, we're going women's match way earlier than normal. And we're getting 2 in a show. That's weird. Yeah, I could see Brody Claudio being added to the buy-in or something. I suspect the other women's match is going to be at the standard time. Whose house? The burning house doesn't make a huge amount of sense in his Tron. Because Hangman burnt his house. So he's not the house burning pyro maniac. Hey Astrid, how are you? How's things? Like his house got burnt down and he's like embracing it? It's weird. Okay, there goes William. Bye. I'm doing well. I'm just running from thing to thing. Busy, 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 busy. Just check things off as I go, get through it all. Yeah, I do too much sometimes, I think. Weeks like this where I'm like, why do you do so much, you idiot? Chill out. Do less. Hey, yeah, whoa, whoa. Nigel, wrestle Daniel Garcia. I would like that. No, that's right. Yeah, they did a collab thing for some headphones. Yeah, I missed it live. Did it did it look like it was meant to happen or it was a stuff up? I need to go back and rewatch it. I assume it was a stuff up. He tripped on something. Here we go. Oh, yep, nope. He was not meant to fall. I just looked at the clip. Yep, that was definitely a. Got a little bit dizzy, took a step back, and went, oh, down I go. Yeah, got rid of the coffee cup because now they got headphones to sell. Whose house? Swerve's house. Booted. Get that man a boot. Eric is back. Two years ago since Danielson won the title at Wembley. Nuts. This is a heavy match. They're beating the bejeebus out of each other. The hell? That was weird. Oh my god. Yeah. He had so much momentum going and then joined the Jericho Appreciation Society bullshit and that derailed it all. Like he came in and was like all that potential, all the fire behind him, and then it just kind of slowly trickled away. Yeah, he was getting everything over. He was doing really well. But then the Jericho effect hit. As tends to happen. The Jericho rub is not necessarily a good thing. Like you look back at that first group that Jericho had, they're either gone from the company or basically on Ring of Honor. Anna Jay and Tay Miller were doing really great. Then Tay got pregnant. Anna disappeared because of the Jericho crap. It's not as positive as it first appears to get teamed with Jericho. Like on paper, it sounds like a great idea. In reality, no. Garcia's not doing too bad here. Hanging in there. Like I said, against a former world champ. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Big stomp. It's another one of those, like, well, Swerve's not losing. Yeah, like, and that's been the Jericho way for so long of the stories start pretty hot and exciting, and then they go for about 6 months and you're like, I'm over it now. It just dies off. But then you have, like, it happened with his return and the Ricochet thing. It was intriguing, and then it went 2 or 3 pay-per-views and you're like, that's too much. And now we've got the Tommaso thing with Jericho, and it didn't even start exciting. Everyone's like, whatever. We could put Tommaso anywhere else and it'd be more interesting. Still kind of crazy that they're promoting All In. There's still a pay-per-view in between, or technically 2 pay-per-views between now and then. I guess it's a bigger venue. They've got to try and really push that one. Yeah, Anna Jay in the Dark Order was great. That was where she was shining. She was getting to show, like, her personality and, like, be silly and fun and also a badass. I don't know if it's just me, but does everybody feel like they're working at, like, half speed this week? Okay, so that's why that angle's happening. I guess, yeah, if you wanted to tick that off. Hopefully it ends pretty soon. Yeah, just... Tommaso with FTR as a heel group makes a lot of sense. Would make more sense if there was potential for Gargano to come across. Run back FTR DIY. But yeah, the matches today definitely feel like it's a pay-per-view week and everybody's just like, we want to do a solid match, but we want to also keep a decent amount in the tank for next week. Was he going for a Stars Clash? Yeah, the passing of Brody Lee was very sad and very poor timing for the Dark Order because they were really getting momentum. Main event should be good. Swerve, yeah, Swerve's going to go for a hidden blade. Pow! Okay, that was pretty solid. Death Riders for the save. Ospreay for the save. Yeah, Ospreay. Oh my god. This match will be pretty good on the weekend. I like that. Emphasize the role that Nana could play on the weekend and like make this match feel a little bit more unpredictable. Yeah, I like that. That was good. The kid in this crowd with a sign that says "Better call Sterling." I like it. That the steel cage match is going to be interesting. I don't know if it's going to be good. It's not the most thrilling of shows. It just feels like everything's slow and ticking boxes to get us to the weekend. Like it's just, I don't know. Pay-per-view week. It's kind of a lull. Oh, DCMJF. Ew. Get out of the way, Kevin. Yeah, Ospreay Swerve should be the main event. Calm down, Toy Story kid. Whoa. Sir, you are married. Why has Max got a problem with Trent and Rocky? Oh, just mad shiver down my spine. Ugh. Ugh. Oh, God. Shirts. That are, AI generated shirts? Because that's. Oh, ew. Nope. Nope. Oh, I like this gear. That's cool. Here we go. Zack time. Right? And that shirt is a lot. Yeah, no, but why has he got an issue with them? Like, they're still Don Callis family members. Mikey Nicholls. So we're going to do this match and then we're going to do the tag match afterwards. Also, if I was Jack Perry, I probably would have avoided wearing orange in my gear. Oh, I'm sure she's flipping out. I'm intrigued by all of these Styles Clash moments. Why are we doing that? Some of these tweets are. Zack just twisting people. This is certainly a big test for Jack Perry. Not really known for his technical wrestling, so this will be a good test to see if he can hang with probably the best technical wrestler in the world at the moment. I like Nigel bringing that up, like referencing his battles with Zack and all of that sort of stuff. Very cool. We're not just ignoring history. Oh my god, almost got him. Wow. Oh. Shut up, knobhead. Nice. Classic Zack. Okay. Yep. Zack's doing countering the flippy stuff. Do we think, does Kenny get involved in this match in any way, or at least like show up afterwards? Because like Zack Kenny does basically sell itself, but you do have to still promote it. That makes sense, Scott. And it also does not surprise me that Zack was one of the nicest people. Like, the brief chat that I had with him at PWA when he wrestled down here in their Coliseum tournament, he was a very nice dude. Some classic Nigel McGuinness misinformation right there. Bit of fake news. Yeah, I don't think there'll be any, like, I don't think Kenny will get involved in the match per se. I think he'll show up afterwards to at least stand on the ramp and like point type deal. Hopefully they let Zack talk after the match and then Kenny can come out and the Bucks can come out and flow straight into the tag. Oh, Kenny needs Zack to be at 100%. Like, Kenny beating a weakened Zack does not... it's not the big, like, re-announcement of I'm here, I'm the top guy, because, like, Redemption feels like it's built around Kenny and Ospreay getting their way back to the top, or Kenny particularly getting back to the top to then maybe insert himself into All In against Ospreay. Yeah, Zach Kenny is definitely the Zach Kenny, Swerve, Ospreay are by far the two top matches for me for Forbidden Door. I kind of half expect one of them to kick off the show. Probably Zach Kenny will, I think, start the show, potentially. A technical spectacle, as you might even say. Jack is going to get his arm ripped off. Keeps up like this. Sliced bread. Nice. Rope assisted. Yeah, that's something. I think Kenny, like, gets this big win at Forbidden Door, re-announces himself in the main event, like, level, works a way to get a title match at Redemption, wins, and then All In is gives us a month of build for Ospreay Kenny at All In, because that'll move some Wembley ticks. After this match, I'm going to run to the bathroom. Kenny starting off a pay-per-view is strange, but not if he then shows up at the end as well. Oh god, that looked kind of rough. Whoop. Big moonsault. I guess I could maybe kick the show off with Mercedes, but I also don't think that would happen. I think the Owen matches need to be a little bit further into the show just because they're, like, been building to them for a while. Be weird to, like, immediately throw them away. The women's time slot for my pee break, is that what you're talking about? After this match? It should be, but I think we're going to get the TMDK tag next. Just because they're there. Cuts out an entrance when we're doing 8 matches in a show. And then Mercedes, the Red Velvet Queen Aminata match will go after that, and then we'll go into Takeshita, Ricochet. That's everything. Ooh, snare trap. Ain't no way Jack Perry is tapping out ZSJ. Yeah, we're getting there. 4 minutes away. No. Jack, you stuffed up. You're done. You're gonna get key locked and then you're gonna be over. Ooh. Rebounded lariat. Package pile driver? Zach with like a little counter game over. Yeah, there we go. He's going to twist Jack into a pretzel right now. And then we're going to grab this arm and we're going to bend it that way. And you're done. Tap out, pretzel boy. There he goes. He's done. Snap that pretzel. Okay, let's see if we get a promo from Zach or a confrontation. Here it comes. Oh no, that's the Young Bucks. No kidding. Oh, Zach is a freakishly good wrestler. Okay, while they're going to a commercial, I'm going to go to a toilet break. I'll be back in a moment. We're back. Is anybody excited to check out Supergirl this week? The Variety interview savaged it, which is kind of shocking. Couldn't believe how brutal they were on it. Also, has anybody checked out the film Psycho Killer? Sweet. Karina and I reviewed that this week on the podcast. Not the greatest movie in the world, but again, not as bad as people made it out to be. I would have loved to see the Fred Durst directed version. I think that would have been wild. Yeah, that's fair, Scott. It is an expensive venture to go to the cinema these days. But yeah, if you have Hulu, Psycho Killer is now streaming there. Like I said, not terrible. Come on, Mikey. Get a big win for the Aussies. That was a bit awkward. Mikey getting nailed. Come on, Mikey. Unfortunately, I don't see the Young Bucks losing this. Is Zack still out there or did Zack leave? Looks like Zack left. So I don't think we're going to get a Kenny Zack confrontation in front of the live audience anyway. It might be a backstage segment after this. Nope. Oh, just kept spinning. Super kicking. Okay. This match is bringing the energy back up. I like this. These guys are moving. Oh, and it's done. Well, just when it gets rolling. Oh no, here's Zack. He's back. We are going to get a confrontation. Surely. Play it. Play the music. There it is. Woo! Zoop. See you, Tito. Oh, Jack's back too. Oh, Snapdragon. Got it. Nope. What's Kenny's shirt say? Stranger Than Heaven. Is that game? Weird. Why is he wearing a Stranger Than Heaven shirt? There's a decent comeback there from Zach. Oh, we're going to get any promo for this match? Surely they show some footage from the Stardom show. Yeah, there we go. This is another match that could be absolutely stellar. She just shaved Taro Okada's head. She did the jackass bzzz meme. Awesome. I like this sort of psychotic horror villain version of Tekla. It's awesome. I also love that she flew to Japan just for that bit. They should have her go like the full Silence of the Lambs, Hannibal Lecter entrance of like straight jacket, mask, strapped to like a wheelchair. Like she's a psychopath that needs to be controlled until you put her in the ring and let the craziness out. Let it go nuts. Awesome look for Queen Aminata. Very cool. It's a hard one because it's the ROH TV champion in Red Velvet. But I think Aminata has to win this. Put Aminata in that match and, like, I could see Aminata getting, like, an upset in the TBS title match. Like, setting up. That could set up a bunch of, like, matches down the line. Except I think it's ultimately going to either be Shida or Stat that win it. But I would love it to be like an upset shock winner, like an Aminata. Red Velvet makes Aminata look huge. She looks so tall. The gear she's wearing now also makes her look extra tall for some reason. Just makes her legs look really, really long because I guess you can't see her feet, so they look extra long. Ooh. Kevin Knight versus Desmond Xavier. That'll be a good one. Keen. Okay. That sounds like, yep. That sounds like something that would have happened. Yeah, like Aminata's legs look out of proportion with her torso, basically. But I think it's the gear she's wearing is making them look longer than they actually are. Because it's not a thought I've had before thinking of her. Yeah, I can imagine they cut away from that shot real fast. I forgot to post on Instagram. Probably a bit late now. Ow! That was a knee right in the spine on that moonsault shooting star thing. God damn. Come on, Aminata. Get up. Let's go. Ow. That was ugly and awkward. Oh my god. holy neck breaker. Jesus. Come on now. Let's go, Aminata. Yeah, I think it's a combination of like Queen Aminata, relatively tall, the gear making her look longer, and then Red Velvet being kind of small. So we'll have one slot left. Who will be the final entrant, do you think? So there'll have to be another qualifier on Collision. Who's available? I would love to see someone from Stardom popped into it, but I can't think of any like Stardom dual contracted people. Oh god, Jesus, that required a lot of muscle because that was awkward. Just, the crowd is surprisingly into this. I'm liking it. I don't know who else they're going to put into this match. Athena, maybe? Now that she's out of the Owen? Sari would be great, but we've seen how that goes. The problem is the match isn't until after Forbidden Door, so there's really no incentive for it to be a Stardom person unless they're a dual contracted Stardom person. Oh, jeez. Big frog splash? No way. Good. Good, good, good. Good, 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 good. Yeah, last chance battle royals or something on Collision would be good. Could be an option. Holy cow, she was injured for a long time. Oh, Game over. You're dead. Great. Great choice. I'm glad Aminata's in that. Again, I really want Aminata to get the upset in that TBS title match next week. Nope. Edge, Christian, and the dogs. What? Cope, Christian, and the dogs. Okay, there's your all-in teaser. Convenient wheelchair. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, bit of hairspray. Those lights are interesting. At the makeup station. Whoa. This shit got violent. Those glasses are dumb as hell. I kind of like these graphics. They're cool. Here we go. Oh no, Takeshi's in that. God damn it. Somebody from New Japan challenged Ricochet recently. Is that Shota? Umino? Did he challenge Ricochet? Maybe that's what we get after this. Because yeah, like this will be a good main event, but it's also like it's not gonna set up any story stuff. Everyone's banned from ringside, and then Takeshi's in a match. So it's got to be something to do with Ricochet, which which I think is the Shota Umino thing. No, Pack Challenge Shota. Well, maybe they do a three-way? I don't know. It just seems like a weird main event that's not going to... Unless after the match it all breaks down into chaos and then it's like... Oh yeah, because they did say Mark was going to be in the ring later, so we haven't seen that yet. So it's going to be something to do with that match with Mark Briscoe and the conglomeration DCMJF crap. This has been a solid show. Good in-ring, but kind of just feels like we're spinning our wheels until the weekend. Also, while I'm sitting here watching this ad, this my AEW.com logo, it's just not good for all of these independent companies that are then like trying to promote that, look, we're on my AEW now. It takes up so much space on graphics and is just not great for that purpose. I really feel like they need a more modern, simplified logo for that purpose. Yeah, they're not taking big swings on this show. They're just getting us to Sunday. I just got an email that I need to reply to immediately. Check my schedule. Yep. That. That. Boom. That movie is now on the list. Stoked. Yeah, it's a very like video gamey logo. My AEW thing. It's not a modern digital friendly logo. Because like you shrink it down to like the Pario logo in the corner here. You shrink it down to that and it becomes just a big gold blob. starting hot on this match. They tried. You're still bald, gent. I need to clip that and play that to Todd. Oop. Okay, these guys are foot to the floor. These guys aren't holding back. And we're shockingly maybe not running as long as I thought. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. That he's main eventing a G1 show. Yeah, this show may not go excessively long, shockingly. Could be in and out of here by 10 past 12. And then I need to consider what should be the clip for today from the stream. I'm thinking it's either that wicked neck breaker from Aminata or Harley Cameron's Supergirl gear reveal. You could maybe do like a combo. But I don't know. Oof, I'll figure that out after this. Supergirl gear reveal feels very timely. Scott, let me be happy. Let me think positive thoughts. I got a lot to do and I don't want to be here till 2 o'clock. It wouldn't run that long, but 12:30 I was thinking. If we're out of here before 12:30, I'll be quite pleased. 12:15, solid. I'll deal with it. I guess the clip could also be Kenny saying he's going for redemption after he beats Zack. Like, it's a big storyline moment, but I think I'm going to go the Harley Cameron thing. I think that'll do well. Yes, it's about to be midday. So I will finish this stream, create my clip, post it, eat my lunch, and then basically get ready to leave for Sydney. Because I have to be in Sydney at 5 o'clock. Ugh. Billy Stark's Persephone will be good. East Coast. So I'm just south of Sydney. Oh, yeah. I think the Gold Coast is currently on the same time as me. It's when it hits daylight savings time that everything gets all wacky. Takeshita's forearm strikes are nuts. Oh, oh god, that was. I was a little bit. I was a little bit too close there, Konosuke. Sure. Don't show a replay production truck because I think he did miss the kick. Kick out. I think he was a bit late on that one. Yeah, if I moved to the Gold Coast, I probably wouldn't leave either, Scott, by the way. Gold Coast is very nice. Very touristy, but very nice. Humid as all hell, though. Ooh, big shooting star. Australia is nice. Surprisingly huge. Okay, we're 5 minutes over. How much more over are we going to get? Uh-oh. Dying. Did it. Poof. Big roundhouse. Lion salt. Yeah, Briscoe is supposed to be in the ring at some point, so I think there's going to be some sort of... Like we've had the last few weeks, the faction warfare ending. Briscoe will come out with some crazy weapon. And chase off the Don Callis family goons. Nope. That's just a giant lariat. Raging fire. Big knee. Game over. Done. 12:07. I'm telling you, Scott, we're going to be out of here by 12:10. Because the match is over now, so now the ringside ban is over. So here come the Don Callis family. Maybe not. Oh, no, Mark Briscoe. Okay, maybe we won't be out of here by 10 past 12. Because Briscoe will talk for 20 minutes. God damn it. Okay. Okay. Where are we going here, Mike? Yeah, you might get a shot. You're not winning because Kenny's winning at Redemption. Okie dokie. Hey, Alex. Yeah. I think it will be the main event, but I don't want it to be. I want it to be like a mid-card match. Have the men's Owen be the final pay-per-view? Or the Kenny Zack could headline. But I think Kenny Zack opens, and then this match main event, and then Kenny comes out and confronts Max somehow. I hate that talking segments have become the capstone of the Dynamite before a pay-per-view. Yeah, I'd be happy with either of those main eventing on the weekend, Alex. Jesus. That is aggressive. Oh, Max is there. I like that framing. It's like, it would have been better if Mark wasn't speaking because it felt weird that the camera wasn't on him while he was speaking. Here comes Kyle. Broke his lapel pin. Takeshita. Okada. There's a lot of like interweaving stories here. Kyle. When did Okada go grey and like silver? His hair is like full silver. Kevin, Darby. This is very predictable. Doyle. Now Brody's going to come out. Then I assume Andrade will come out. Oh, no. They're going to do Orange and then Andrade will come out. I feel like I've seen this exact... I just got mad deja vu of like, I've seen this exact segment when they were doing the build to Blood and Guts. They did this exact segment to end the show. Yep, there's Andrade. This a shit way to end the show. God damn it. The Andrade MJF stuff is interesting, but everything else is just like, whatever. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Andrade is going to end up being the reason that the Don Callis family and Max lose. Oh, I understand that this is like the go home part to a big tag match. I just wish this wasn't the end of the Dynamite. This could have happened halfway through the show and been totally forgivable. Yeah, doesn't wear a wedding ring, but he always has the Dynamite diamond ring. Oh, and the show just cut out. Okay. Well, that was Dynamite. I don't think we're gonna do a Forbidden Door watch along, just because I may not be able to stay for the whole show just because of work stuff. So yeah, probably won't do a Forbidden Door watch along. I will be watching. I'll be probably tweeting about it, but we'll be back next week for a Dynamite, the follow-up show. Otherwise, catch my interviews on Pario Magazine. My reviews and podcasts are on there as well. Tomorrow, dropping a review of The Death of Robin Hood. And then next week, we have a fun interview for PWA ahead of the King of the Metro. And then next week's reviews, very exciting stuff. Stay tuned for those. I will catch everyone next week. Bye, everybody.